Okay, so topic training number 3 here. I'm just going to let you know right off the bat, this is probably going to be the longest training out of all of them because I'm going to go over a little bit more in depth of what you should be doing on a regular basis. As a new coach, it's like, okay, I know I'm posting online and I'm supposed to be running a challenge group to help people do a program with me, but what do I need to do every single day? So I'm going to lay it out for you. First off, we have this magic sheet. Actually, it's not magic. It's really simple and straightforward. If you do these things, you will hit your goals. Listen to that again. If you do what's on this sheet, like it's laid out, like I'm telling you to right now, you will hit Success Club. You will build a team. All right? So, with that being said, this is called the Success Club system or daily business activity tracker. If you go into our team page, into the file section, you will find it there, Success Club System Tracker. You can print it off. It has a place for you to write down your goal and your why for the week because this, like, each sheet is on a weekly basis. Okay. First thing, very simple, be proof the products work. It has a spot where you can mark off that you did your workout or if you have a scheduled rest day and drink your Shakeology. Number 2 is connect, invite, follow up. And this is the bread and butter of building this business online because here's the deal. You can post your workouts and talk about you're running this virtual boot camp and blah, blah, blah all day long, but 90% of people will not come to you. You have to reach out to them. I guarantee a majority of you watching this right now had somebody reach out to you and say like, hey girl, I'm doing this online group. Like you should do it with me. And whether you signed up that day or it took you 6 months to a year to creep on Instagram and finally agree to say yes, it's going to be the same way for the people that you're working with. I, on the other hand, was total opposite. I just saw my coach post and I'd been trying to lose weight forever. She was a total stranger. I had no clue who she was. I messaged her, signed up that day. So you will get people like that. But I'm telling you, 90% of the time, it's from you sending direct messages to people, inviting them, and checking up on them. That's what following up means, checking up, okay? So what's cool about this activity tracker is it gives you actual like time increments too. It says for like 20 minutes, you're going to initiate connections and add followers. And right off the bat, right now, we're focusing on Instagram. Like Facebook, yeah, it's a thing. Instagram is so much easier and more fun. Like you can have fun on Instagram with this business. So it says like add followers for 20 minutes. Sorry, I had a notification pop up. If 20 minutes is too much for you right off the bat, like this is asking for 2 hours a day of work. And if right off the bat you're like 2 hours, no. Break it down to an hour. So just break all the time things in half. Okay. So if it says 20 minutes, do 10 minutes. Initiate connections and add followers. So this is growing your following, right? So what I do is I go to other profiles that I'm already following that have nothing to do with Beachbody or health and fitness. So there are a lot of my interests. For me, it's fashion or Western fashion in specific. If you're somebody that like shops at, say, like a certain store, like, I don't know, I don't even know where I shop. Like if you shop at like American Eagle or Old Navy or Target, certain music artists, I go to those a lot because I'm big on music. If you like The Bachelor, like go to The Bachelor's Instagram page, just finding other profiles that are of interest to you that are outside of health and fitness, because you're really wanting to find people that aren't already into health and fitness and getting them to come into your world and to join a challenge group with you. So I go to, for me, like I said, music, I go to Eric Church. I go to his profile. I go to his most recent post and say it's got like 20,000 likes or whatever. I click on that 20,000 and it's going to show all the people that liked that picture. I'm just going to scroll, and as judgmental as it sounds, I'm just looking for people that I feel like I would be friends with. Like, okay, she looks like she's about my age. I tap on her profile. If it's public, I'll look at her pictures a little bit. And the reason I'm going to her is because I know that she likes Eric Church and I like Eric Church. So we already have that common interest. And that's all you're trying to do is like find people that you have stuff in common with so you can build a relationship. That's what this business is about, is building relationships. So don't feel like you're being creepy or weird. Instagram is a social media platform. You're supposed to be social and use it for that reason. So like I said, if her profile is public, if I see some stuff that I like, I'll like it. If she has a cute outfit on, I'll be like, oh my God, where'd you get those shoes from? Making conversation. I always talk about how, when drunk girls are in the bathroom together, they are super complimentary and they're like best friends, even though they've never met one another. That's how I am when I am finding new people on Instagram. So if I gotta like play music and drink a bunch of caffeine before I go do it to make it fun, I will do that. So I do that. If their profile is private, again, like if her Instagram, if her profile picture is pretty, I think she's pretty, I'll follow her. If her bio, there's something in her bio that I feel like I can relate to, I'll follow her. That's literally all you're doing. Following people, liking their posts, commenting on stuff. And then the next thing is make a social media post that showcases the benefits of your healthy lifestyle. So you're posting once a day, and I'm not going to get super into depth right now about examples and stuff, but I think I covered in the first video training, you need to post on your feed at least once a day. So you check that off. Then it even has a spot for your IG stories. So having, again, we already covered this, but like a workout clip, using a product, a healthy meal, just day in the life stuff. And it also has recognition shout out. So like if you sign up a new challenger, shout them out on your story. If you have a teammate that rank advanced, even if it's not your coach, shout them out. Like especially if you're a newer coach and you're like, I don't have any customers, I don't have anybody to shout out. Shout out other people on our team. Go to their pages, and if they have a transformation post, go share it and be like, oh my God, my friend teammate Haley is like killing it. I'm so excited to see her progress. I can't wait to do this program too. Or just, oh my God, look at my friend Rachel. She's doing amazing. There's stuff like that. The next thing is respond to likes, comments, or views. So, if people are commenting on your post, make sure you reply to them. Even if it's a spam robot comment, I still heart it and just give like a smiley face back, because Instagram will see that you're engaging back and kind of put your picture out there more. And as you have more comments, your picture gets put out there more. So just take the time to do that. If I see that I get new follows on my profile, again, if it's not a robot or some person like fake account, whatever, if I see that it's a real human, especially like somebody that I had just went and followed and they're not following me back, I send them a DM. Hey girl, thanks so much for the follow. Short and sweet. If there's something like prominent off of her profile that I noticed right away, again, like, hey girl, thanks so much for the follow. I see that you're into Texas country music too. I'm obsessed. I wish more of my friends were into that. Because that's my truth. I don't have a lot of friends that are into that. So I'm just telling her that. Like, maybe that's awkward, weird, whatever. She followed me, so I'm reaching out. I'm acknowledging that. Saying stuff like that. The next thing is inviting people. Inviting is fun. Inviting is cool. Inviting is exciting. If you had a party, you would invite people. Am I right? And here's the deal. This was a really good analogy that I liked. If you are a freshman in college and you decide to have a party and you post about it, you really think you're going to have a lot of people come? You're a freshman. Nobody knows you. You're not exactly out there yet. People don't know what you're about or if they even like you, right? That's the cruel reality. You start having parties, you post about it, you invite people, you spread the word, and it starts to build. Your credibility starts to build. People start to trust you. They start to notice you. And every single time that you post, now you're a sophomore, you're a junior, people are starting to knock on your door and show up. And then by senior year, everybody wants to be at your frickin' party. That's how invites are. So right now, as a new coach, you post a transformation picture, you will have a handful of people that are going to be like, oh my God, good for you. What are you doing? Especially if you haven't been like talking about it a lot prior to becoming a coach. So you will have that initial excitement. But if you don't, or, even if you do, but nobody really signs up, they're just kind of like, yay for you. That's because you're a freshman. So you have got to reach out to people and tell them what you have to offer and show excitement so that they want to be a part of it too. And even when people are telling you no, you continue to show up and work out and be proof the products work and be confident and excited about what you're doing. Like with your party, if nobody really showed up, you only had, 5 people show up, you'd still have that party, okay? To keep building up that credibility, right? So you got to do the same. So when people are telling you no, because it will happen a lot, I'm telling you that right now, it's going to happen. You'll have people ignore you. They won't message you back for months. But those people are the ones that are going to keep creeping and eventually come pounding on your door and be like, okay, I am sorry that I've been ignoring you. Thank you for not giving up on me. What do I need to do to sign up? I've had that happen. Like I've sent like 8 invites in a row for a year, and a girl will finally be like, thank you for not giving up on me. So when you're getting those no's, remember that. But like I said, on this list, you've got to be inviting every single day. On the sheet here, it says at least 5 people per day. That's a good starting point. But all I'm going to tell you is if you want to grow faster, you will invite more. So double it, 10 people a day. But what we do for invites, I send an invite to anybody that is following me, watching my stories. If you don't know this, on your Instagram stories, like if you tap on your own story, so you're watching your story, swipe up and it'll show you who all is viewing it. So anybody that's viewing my stories, and then anybody that has liked any of my posts, because sometimes you'll just get random likes from people that aren't following you. Again, make sure they're not a robot spam, but if it looks like a real human, they will get an invite too, even if they're not following me. The way I look at it is my Instagram is my business. It's a store. Like I have a store. I have a clothing store. If somebody walked into my clothing store, I'd be like, hey girl, is there anything I can help you with today? What are you looking for? Like, that's what girls do in clothing stores, right? Same thing for your business right now on Instagram. Someone comes in, hey girl, thanks for coming in. Thanks for showing up. Is there anything I can help you with? Did you see I have a challenge group starting up next month? Like that is the way that I approach it. That's the way you need to approach it. And with that mentality that this is a business, you need to treat it that way. And you need to be confident enough in the products and the challenge groups in the community. Like if you know that it changed your life, you need to share that with every friggin' person that you come into contact with, unapologetically. And you know what? If they don't like it, they'll block you and they'll move on. And that's just God's way of saying, hey, you didn't want them in your life. And my thing is like 90% of these people that I talk to on Instagram, I'm never going to see in real life. So it's fine. Like I said, I'm sending in an invite and it's like, oh, but Lauren, what do I say in an invite? Hey girl, happy Tuesday. I'm not sure if you saw my post recently, but I'm running a challenge group in April. Did you want to look into it? That's it. That's not salesy. Don't you dare tell me that's salesy. Did I say, hey, buy this? Hey, do you want to try this product? Hey, do you see me drinking a shake? No. Hey girl, having a party. It's going to be fun. You want to come? Hey girl, I'm running a challenge group. We start in a couple weeks. Do you want to look into it? And if for you it feels more comfortable to add in something like, thanks for liking all my posts recently. The support means a lot. Maybe you've seen my posts, but I have this health and fitness challenge group starting up. Is it something you'd want to look into? But I always end it with a question, because saying, let me know, is just their way to say, bye. So end it with a question like, think it's something you'd be into. Do you want to look into it? Are you interested? It's simple, sweet, straight to the point. Okay? Sorry, I'm making sure I have my notes here. But also as a new coach, Like I said, we're focused on Instagram, but like go into your Facebook friends too. Literally get out a pen to paper. Maybe this be your first assignment. Get out a pen to paper, go to your Facebook friends and your current followers that you are like real friends with. Like if you saw them in real life, you'd at least like wave at them and acknowledge them. You might not be super close, but it's not like a complete stranger. Write down their name on a sheet of paper, and then it's your job to go out and invite every single one of them as fast as possible. Yeah? Copy and paste, send an invite. Hey girl, not sure if you saw my post, but I just became a coach. I'm doing my first challenge group. Just looking for any girls that want to work on health and fitness together. You want to look into it? There you go. So send that. If you go into our team page, into the file section, there's some like conversation ideas that goes more in depth of like what I say when someone says, yeah, I'm interested. Can you give me some more information? Just to give you a general idea right now, number one, I don't give price right off the bat. And I really try not to word vomit. The first thing I want to do is learn about them. So if they say, yeah, what's involved, give a general synopsis. So it's this online support group that I opened on Facebook. We stream workouts online, basically like Netflix. We get meal plans to follow with a ton of recipe ideas. We use the group just to check in for daily motivation, and we're all doing it together. Does that sound like something you'd be into? Again, ending it with a question, okay? But giving a general idea, not like, we drink Shakeology and we do Transform 20, and like, no, don't get into any of that yet. That's word vomit. If you've done that already, that's okay. We're learning as we go. But giving them the general idea, and then if they're like, yeah, what's the cost, or how do I sign up, or whatever, then my first thing is to get to know them. And I just am basically like, before we get into too many details, I want to know more about you first. Number one, what are your goals? Number two, are you doing anything for health and fitness right now? If so, what's working and what's not working as well as you would like? And that's going to give them the opportunity to open up about struggles, so that when you do get to the end of the conversation and you're talking about price and whatever, you can be like, girl, you told me that you want to lose 20 pounds for your wedding. Like, how bad do you want this? Because it's emotion that's going to get people to commit to something, or to not commit to something. If they don't have emotion in it, they're not going to be tied to it, and they're not going to be inspired to take the plunge, right? And just, the fact that you took the time to get to know their goals, that's going to show them that you're being personal about this. And it's not just like you're looking for a sale, because we're not just looking for a sale. You're not trying to convince anybody or persuade anybody of anything. You are talking to them, you're having a conversation with them, you're offering a solution, and it's up to them to decide if they are ready or not. And that's the thing. Not everybody that you talk to is going to be ready at that point in time, and you just need to accept that and know that it doesn't mean like that you explained it wrong or that you didn't explain it the best way. It's just not their time, and their time will come as long as you continue to follow up. So again, like I said, check out the file section in the team page for how I answer questions on that. The next video training after this one will be more on like, how do you handle price objections, and, well, I don't like shakes, and I don't like working out at home, or all those things that every coach gets. Even the top coach gets those objections, I promise. I'll give you some ideas on how to kind of handle that, not be like defensive, but use it as an opportunity to just kind of educate. And then how I follow up with people, keeping track of the people that you're talking to, because that's important. So just knowing right off the bat from the Success Club system that you are growing your Instagram by going out and basically finding new friends and following them, and then sending invites to your first challenge group. If you're like, I don't know when my first challenge group is, make sure you kind of talk to your upline coach about that. If you are a coach of mine, you have the opportunity to co-host one with me. Or honestly, I just say you jump right in and you just look at your calendar like a month from today, or basically you want to pick a Monday. That's a start date, right? I'd say within like a month from now. So you do have a little bit of time to kind of get your wits about yourself, decide, am I going to do a specific program or let them pick what program they want to do from Beachbody On Demand, get the group set up, invite people, get people signed up. So there will be an actual training on how to run a group most effectively. But right now, just basics, pick a date 3 to 4 weeks from now, start sending your invites. Even if you don't have the details of your group yet, start sending invites and just be like, yeah, we're doing this health and fitness challenge group so we can all work on goals together, that sort of thing. And again, just talk to your upline if you need help picking a start date. The next thing on this list is the following up, and it's really just checking in because honest to God, a lot of people just get busy and forget to respond. So I'll go back, say I invited Sally on Monday, and because on Instagram you can see when somebody reads your message. So I'll go back on like Friday and be like, hey girl, I just want to see if you got my last message. And a lot of times they're like, oh my gosh, yes, I'm so sorry. Like, thank you for checking in. Other times they read it and ignore you again. That's okay. But more in depth on that on the next training. So that's all of your connect, invite, follow up. The third kind of category on your daily tracker is getting people results. And so that just encompasses contributing to your challenge group. So once you do have your first group up and running, you're posting in there on a regular basis. You're recognizing achievement, doing that publicly and within the group. Again, just kind of shout outs. If anybody is, getting results. If you had a challenger that posted that she gave up soda for her first entire week, like shout out little things like that because those are what people relate to. And then responding to questions from customers and coaches if if they've messaged you privately or whatever. And then the fourth category is doing personal development. That was kind of covered in training number 1 as to the types you can be doing every day, watching YouTube videos, reading books, that sort of thing. At the bottom of the Success Club tracker, it has a spot where you can track how many followers you got that week, how many new challengers you signed up, your Success Club points. And on the back, it's like a spreadsheet, but it gives you, slots so that you can write down the person's name that you invited, the date that you invited them, and any notes that you want to maybe check up on. So again, say I invited Sally on, March 15th. She replied and said, yes, I want to lose weight for my wedding. So I'm going to write down wedding in June. And then there's a little spot over here where I can check that I followed up with her. I don't use the pen to paper tracking system. I will explain what I do in a later video. But for you just getting started right now, especially as I said, go to Facebook, go to Instagram, write down your immediate close friends and family that you could go invite right now and use this as a baseline to get started. And you might love this and just continue to use pen to paper. That's okay. So that's pretty much it. One little thing I did want to add is a lot of times is you're inviting people. It's really sad that there are so many Beachbody coaches that quit. And I hope that, kind of side note here, you will use that as a motivator to know that as long as you stick this out and you don't give up when it gets hard, when you feel like you aren't making any traction, when you feel like everybody's saying no, you're being hard on yourself for whatever reason, when, life throws crap your way, as long as you continue to lean into this community and this business opportunity and understand that sticking it out will guarantee you success, whether it takes 1 year or 5 years, you will get there. Side note. But I was saying that because a lot of Beachbody coaches will quit. So as you are inviting people, say, especially if it's close friends and family, if they're like, yeah, I did Beachbody forever ago with so-and-so, but it didn't work out, or she quit, or I don't know who my coach is, they can switch to make you their coach. Just go Google Beachbody change coaches, and there's a form they can fill out. Just know that if someone is signed up as a coach and they want to switch to you, they have to cancel being a coach for 6 months and just be a regular customer before they can re-sign up with you. That was just a little side note I wanted to add in there as you are inviting people and talking to people, because that will come up. So there is the end of that for you.